Antonio Colak returned to the Rangers squad yesterday and he got himself a goal against St Mirren in Rangers' final game of the season. But in recent weeks and recent months, he has been linked with a potential move away. We saw Barry Ferguson coming out and saying that Antonio Colak will probably leave as Michael Beale does not fancy him. But due to that happening, coming out for Beale, even though it's Barry Ferguson's opinion of what Beale's opinion of Colak is, not exactly concrete, if we're being real about it. But Colak did issue a big statement yesterday in a post-match interview, and he says he vows to stay on at Rangers and fight for his number 9 place at Rangers. Despite, of course, there's going to be a massive influx of attacking talent at Rangers in the summer. Well, we hope so. I mean, that's kind of what next season is riding on. That's what we need. Of course, we've announced Kieran Doyle, which is the official first signing. I mean, I think Dijon Sterling will be first. But with Colak, I mean, I have no issues with Colak. I think the fan base is split. Like, personally, I don't think he's good enough to be our main guy. I think there's no reason why he cannot play. But personally, you look at him, you look at Sakala, and I would honestly rather play Sakala. I don't know, I think Sakala is a threat. Even when he has a shite game, he still creates things. Like, and I know, right, against Celtic in the Cups, he missed these open nets, which it's unforgivable. It's not good enough, right? I know it's very easy to say here that, well, if Colak got in those positions, he'd have scored them, which, yeah. But how many times does Colak play? I mean, what did Colak do against Celtic this season, right? In any game, nothing. He done. I could not think of one thing he did. Even someone as bad as Morelos against Celtic, he got a fucking goal in the semi-final, then he got subbed off. And Morelos has had one of the worst seasons imaginable that he could have had. But again, I mean, not that many players were absolutely fantastic against Celtic this season. But in the games that mattered, Colak didn't really do an awful lot for me. He did get us into the Champions League, which that mattered big time. But I've said it and I'll say it again. I feel like Colak was really good up until about October, and since then he's been below par, really below par. And I wouldn't have been that bothered if he get moved on. But again, I think he's a decent option to have for the bench, but I don't think he is the main man. Like, it's like you look at teams across the league, and they have their main striker, and then they have like the number 2. Like, you look at Celtic, of course we can compare ourselves to Celtic quite a lot. The obsession, the obsessed, Scooby-Doo. But yeah, Kyogo's brilliant, and just isn't on his level. And I feel like we need someone like Colak to be coming off the bench, not starting games, guys. But anyway, looks like Antonio Colak vows to stay on at Rangers. I'll probably do a season review later. But season review's coming soon. Whether it be later or tomorrow, it's definitely coming soon, guys. But that is it for Sunday, the 28th of May. And can't wait to review the season. I'm not exactly champing at the bit today, considering how bad it's been, but we'll see how it goes.